Another thing I experience now is basically, my persona, which is these are terms people come up with, but the way I'm expressing to you right now is my persona, and that is some sort of expression that is very limited. It is sort of still confined far too much by social norms or standards set by people who put me in a position where I am not easily allowed to express myself the way I want to in the first place. This is a sort of thing I've been dealing with for since I was a kid. Um, since I was a kid. Um, and and that kind of like that mechanism that has been devised over my self-expression and self-worth and of what I'm allowed to do in this world, in this framework, in this social setting with these people, etc., has always been a point of contention between me and the desynchronized spirit guide that likes to lead me or wants to lead me in the way that they want, not the way I want. Um, very, very, very much so, to the point that what I want and what they want is both completely off the table. Where it feels as though if if my persona or my persona is, you know I don't know, turned off or gone to sleep, who I am is literally just who I am. Um, so I'm somebody who has had many personae, multiple personas. I've presented myself in this world in many ways. Some ways, some people have got really attached to. Some ways, some people did not so much. But regardless, there seems to be a problem I have where the personas, and their attachment to ego, attachment to my sense of self, excuse me, have fought. Like they fight, they get other people to fight, but their shadows fight. It's like this is double shadow, double persona, double ego. I am a two thing. I will continue to be a two thing. I'm not gonna not be a two thing. I don't want to be a two thing. It's just as I've observed. A three thing, if you want to be technical, but the third thing is not material. Yes, it's just true. I'm not, I'm not, I'm very, I'm very annoyed with the shadow here. I'm very annoyed with the whole ordeal of shadow, yeah, work, persona stuff, religion, indoctrination, and people's personal sort of vendetta against whatever harmed them, and having myself still somehow bound in between this conversation between some prophets at church holding positions of power over people and disenfranchised people feeling like trans people feeling that they are being supplanted or somehow pushed away from being able to communicate with God because by textbook rules and such things and power plays and whatever, it is somehow this forbidden act, even though historically trans people have had relationship with God since trans people have been existing, and trans people have been existing since human beings have been existing, since people have existed. This is just history, this is reality. Double shadow, double shadow, double shadow. I have seen CP. CP's not good. Don't look at that stuff. Big, 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 big shadow about power, people, privilege, ability, sanctity, freedom, free will, personal freedom, expression, privacy, non interference, understanding, context, history. It's tiresome though. This is well, I know people come up with concepts of what things could be, what's watching, or however you want to devise this. It's always going to be the case that, you were never alone in the first place, but what it is that is exactly with you can change shapes however you wish to. I would say that if I'm a child and I have an imaginary friend that is either later in life or while in childhood developed into being this character that I can turn to and look to for guidance and support, versus having them be more freely and openly created, um, not bound by these structures such as, religious texts or um, doctrine or cult activity or this sort of guidance. That if I was imbued with a spirit or a partner, let's say an imaginary friend, when I was young as a kid, and that developed into something that other people didn't like, it would certainly make sense that they don't like what I have, which may be out of jealousy, because out of jealousy I have something that they can't have, because what theirs was developed into is not allowed to participate in what I had devised of my own volition, of my own will, with my own spirit partner, my own imaginary friend, that other to others people will be their guardian angels, will be their Jesuses, will be their Saint Marys, will be whatever have you, their spirit team, their whatever have you. Mine was seen, mine was bold, big, seen, and I know for a fact that other people took the offense to that and made sure to make a clobbering of my spirit entity, my guide, my personal angel, my personal gift from God, heaven, and from the universe, was seen, taken, abused, and entrapped, or attempted to be so entrapped into devices of others to contain my own spirit's will from expression in this world, unbound from rules devised by people who wish to contain others for their own personal enjoyment. this is your church.